My name is Gilad. I'm holding a degree in industrial engineering and statistics and big data. Have an MBA focusing on tech and management. I was a data engineer at eBay, then transitioned to the machine learning product lead. Led also a product of conversational product later on. Had a startup about real-time optimization for airlines. I have a podcast about product management if you'd like to connect afterwards. And recently I joined Monday.com to work on an exciting new AI product. I'll start with a small question. Please raise your hand or just ping me if you cursed a chatbot this week. We all do. It's happening a lot because sometimes they just don't understand us, or people just build it in a way that it's not really helpful. But conversational AI is a game changer, just the way that we plan, strategize, and use it. And that's what I'll try to talk about today. Statistics, because we're about statistics here. So 80% of Fortune 500 companies now use AI-driven interaction or plan to do so by 2026. Users are demanding AI interaction. More than 70% of users said that they're expecting instant responses. And it's supposed to reduce costs of about 30% in customer service and other action that can be transformed to AI. And by end of this year, 95% of the customer interaction will involve with AI. So the question is really not if, but how. And this is what we are here to talk about strategizing, planning, and shaping conversational AI. So I'll start with the basic, which is identifying the right problem, which I see lots of companies not doing this in the right way. And in my opinion, AI should enhance and then not replace meaningful interactions. And we see a lot of companies falling into this pitfall. And many AI initiatives fail because they just automate the wrong thing. And I really like or dislike, I'd say, this example of Snapchat, where they just, let's push over the line an AI bot that we don't really know what to do. And then you have this unpleasant moment where you ask someone, about things or hobbies, which this is obviously someone who's 13 years old. So we don't need to push AI in every way and everywhere we can. We need to think about a very simple equation. If AI can provide better traditional UX or just help human agents. And I have it's a very simple framework, and it's not that developed, but I think it will be developed over time. We basically need to understand what are we building, why, and how. And when we define those problems that AI can solve, we need to look on core user problems like long wait times or complex workflows, or inquiries that coming from customers, or automate part of processes. So we don't need to just add AI on top of things. Maybe we need to put AI in, rebuild things that we built in the past. And when I look at it, I see three main buckets, I'd say. So one is augmentating human capabilities. The second is automating. And the third is replacing existing processes, not other interactions. So what is augmentating? Basically trying to help and support human efforts. I really love this Grammarly example. When they read your text messages and they just understand how can they help you better write these in this case, your text. The second one is about automating. Automating can be, really a real time saver in various cases and reduce workload on people. And I really love this example about AI that assists triaging CT head scans and then can just help those people that do scan those city heads have much more time for focusing on the urgent cases. And third is replacing. So if it's something that is not simple, because AI has great capabilities, but in this example, like Lemonade, where they onboard new users with AI, which is pretty straightforward, like not open text, really closed questions, but it can deliver great result in a couple of minutes instead of helping or using a person that will onboard a new customers. So this is about identifying the problem. I think it's very important for every one of us to first define those problems that we're trying to solve, and then understand how can we use AI to help in those problems. Not any problem and not any role for the AI. Jumping to development. This is the big chunk, so try to be focused, and if you have any questions, please feel free at the end to ask. So I'll go through the classic way and how do I see MVP approach, and then I'll talk about two main pitfalls that everyone should know about. So the classic way is a pre-trained model or way of development. It's very quick. It has low cost. You just take an out-of-the-box model. But it is limited in terms of specific professionalism and areas. And Notion, I think, is a very best example of how to use a pre-trained model, which is not that complicated. The second one is obviously taking an open source. It can really help if you're in a very strategic or sensitive area in your industry. Really like the example of Intuit. They have tons of financial data which cannot be published, so they hold it in their own garden. Have ML teams that implemented Llama model in this case, and these days they just reported they have more than 800 million AI interaction annually, which is crazy if you think about it. And basically, it just gives users and internal people in the company lots of information in a very quick way. Fine tuning. It's also a way of developing your own model or adjusting the model to help you. Bloomberg did it very well, in my opinion. They managed to surpass other models in financial, questions and tasks. But it's the problem is that you basically kind of getting into a rabbit hole in terms of you don't really know what's going on with the data. People can manipulate it. You need to do lots of prompt engineering. So it's kind of I'd say the sexy way of building it, but it's basically putting yourself in a rabbit hole. And I'll take you through the approach that I think is the right one.